Shalom, shalom. Israel, first and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Wakwakwadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered to be from this final captivity, Slakia. As well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawa Cup coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, I want to go into, honestly, I didn't have a lesson thought out yet, so I'm just going to flow through the Spirit. And the first thing I want to talk about is that the first thing I was thinking was a lesson I did yesterday on waiting for the timing of the Lord. And the thing about the timing of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is that it never goes by how you want it. It never goes by how you expect it, but it will go by based on how you need it. All right, and you really need to pay attention to the wording of how I say that, because sometimes, all right, like you're planning for something, all right, but yet, and you feel like, okay, well, I need this at this point in time because that's when it's going to be the most convenient for my plans and all the stuff that I have set up. But the thing about that is that that's not always the best thing. Maybe the Lord, sometimes the Lord makes it so that your plans fall through. All right? Maybe your plans fall through simply because you weren't thinking in the best way possible, or your plans would have failed even worse if everything had went your way. It's like putting all your eggs in one basket. Like if you had done that, like, okay, well, at 10 o'clock, I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket. All right? And then but instead what the Lord does, He makes it so that the basket breaks at 9:55. So then over here, you're holding your eggs. You're holding those eggs, and you still have eggs that didn't break. So while yes, you lost your basket and your plans fell through, the Lord still protected you. All right. So that's basically the thing. I think it's Proverbs 3 and 5, I believe. It's where it says, "Trust in the Lord and lean not unto thine own understanding." Where sometimes it's just, even though it seems like things are going bad, things are not looking good, you still have to just trust in the Lord that He's making things right. Slakia. You still have to trust in the Lord to hope and believe and have faith that He's making things right. And that's the thing. Hebrews 11 verse 1 says, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, not evidence of things not seen." Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Where the thing about that is how you can't see if this is a plan from the Lord. You can't see if this is the Lord protecting you, but you do you just understand that, okay, you know what? I know that I wanted to do X, Y, and Z. I know I wanted to do something. And I planned for everything. I did all this stuff, and it didn't work out. But hey, clearly the Lord has something in mind. He has something planned where you get to be even better the next time. Because you have to think about Job. All right, Job, he had a good life. He was rich, but then the Lord, he allowed Satan to take all that away from him. So then, as Job was suffering tremendously, all right, after the suffering ended, the Lord blessed him with more than he had before. So while he was rich before, he became even richer afterwards, after the suffering ended. So that's basically the thing, where even in I believe it's Sirach chapter 12 or Sirach chapter 12 verse 1 through 7, I believe, where we are made stronger, we are whatever is put on us, take cheerfully. Basically, I think that's in Sirach 12:4. Okay, where be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Okay, that's a, I don't know, it's in Sirach 12, but 1-7, verses 1-7, where the suffering that we're going through, if we are followers of YAHAWAH and Yahawashi, it's only temporary. It's not always going to be suffering. It's not always going to be, being at the bottom of the barrel, going through hardships, not having enough money for food, not always having to pay 1,000 bills at a time, having always, and I think Haggai chapter 1 verse 6, I believe that's it. Don't quote me on that, where it says that there's always going to be a hole in your money, or I believe that might be Deuteronomy 28. Slovakia, but yeah. Oh no, it's you're gonna labor for much, but only bring little. All right, that's what I think. That's Haggai 1:6, where you're doing all this work. We are working we're working our asses off just for minimum wage. All right, that's the common thing right now, especially today's day and age, where people aren't even. There are so many people that aren't able to make livable wages. All right, like that's how terrible life is today. Okay, it is for Israelites and Edomites alike, heathens alike as well, where we can't make a living. But the thing about that is, all throughout that, we still have patience. We still need to have patience, okay? As I just said, in Sirach 12, it says, be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Okay, so yeah, we need to just understand and trust in Yahweh that, okay, yeah, all this bad stuff that's happening, it sucks, but we just have to trust that the Lord is gonna make things better. He's gonna make a way. He's gonna make things proper and right. Okay. On top of that, we also have to trust that the Lord's going to put the righteous ruler, Yahawashi, in soon, and which that's been something that I've been praying for a lot more lately. Which honestly, we should already be praying for that. That should be at the top of your prayer list. All right, Yahawashi's return. Above all else, I don't care what you need. I don't care about anything else. Like, you dead ass should be praying for Yahawashi's return. All right. So anyway, basically, yeah, that's what we're waiting for. And as a result of that, I've been seeing so many. I've been seeing so many things pop off. All right, so many stuff like Slovakia. All right, Slovakia. As I was saying, I've been seeing so many prophecies, or stuff happen, events happen in regards to prophecies that just make stuff seem so close. All right. One thing. What's it called? Well, this is kind of a personal thing. That for me, I'm gonna try not to go too much in detail. But one thing that I have always been afraid of, not necessarily afraid of, but suspicious of, is AI, because there was this one video of Will Smith that is fake, and it was made by AI. Will Smith did not do that. He was eating a burger, and it looked so authentically real. All right. I also saw another picture of Chris Brown holding some dude, and it also looked real, like genuinely real. But the thing again, it was all fake. They're faking. They're using AI to fake stuff. And the last one that I remember off the top of my head is there was this girl that was on TikTok. She claimed to have never posted any like naked pictures of herself online. And apparently there's a website, or no, not a website. There's this dude that was posting pictures of her naked, not because he knew her, but because he used AI to like remove her clothing off of her TikTok videos and stuff like that. Which again, I didn't see the pictures, but for her to have made a video crying, saying all this stuff like, this dude is humiliating me and posting these videos, posting these pictures, videos, whatever they were, like it's ruining my life, X, Y, and Z. Like that's some scary shit to be freaking blackmailed like that over AI. All right, where like that again, like this stuff looks genuinely real. So who's to say that, you know, they're not gonna use that technology for even more malicious things, to do even worse stuff, all right? To lie on people, all right? So this is the things that has just been on my mind in terms of AI. Well, I think that it's gonna be even worse, because if you remember, the servant is not greater than his Lord. All right, the same things that Yahawashi was accused, but the same things that happened to Yahawashi that are going to happen to his servants. Okay, the same way Yahawashi was blamed and accused for a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, well now we have freaking videos and AI. People are just going to just take or make AI take our likeness, videos and stuff like that to accuse us. All right, like this is the stuff. This is the stuff that's going on. Like this is some scary stuff where. It doesn't matter if you say you didn't do it, if you literally didn't do it. All that matters is, okay, well, we have the video. We have the video. This looks like you. It's a 1-to-1 ratio aspect, whatever. And then, okay, well, lock them up. We have video evidence and whatnot. All right. And even still, in this society, what happens is, even if you are not guilty, just a simple fact that you were accused oftentimes is enough, okay? Because there have been so many people. I think Johnny Depp, he lost his job simply because he was accused, and then I don't think he ever got his job back. All right, I don't think they stopped the whole Pirates of the Caribbean franchise because he's done. Like this dude. After he got accused by Amber Heard, I think that's her name. Like there was no salvaging his reputation and whatnot. It was just completely over for him. He, like, again, just simply based off the accusation, like that type of stuff is over. All right. So yeah, these are some of the things. That's just one other thing. The next thing, is, the wars. Like the wars have been going on. Like it's not pretty time. Israel, Hamas, I believe. There was another thing I just heard, I think yesterday. I forgot where it was. Is it Saudi Arabia or something else? I forgot. I really wish I could remember. But America had stopped some sort of trade port or something in terms of the ocean. Slovakia, I wish I could remember it. And that was like pissing one of the countries off. And like that's just something. These are the things that's happening where Babylon is, raising tensions. All right, there's not going to be peace much longer. All right, so yeah, that's it. I want to pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Kwakadash. Give honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, Abad, and Shalom.